What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. Dave is RC, toe the line here, guys. What's going on? You guys are reckless. You guys are all reckless. Where'd Weaven go? Did Weaven leave? He had to leave? Yeah, you guys could probably usually about count on that. I was on time, actually, and then I went down to the store. My son wanted to bring the snake, and some people saw the snake, and he had to show it off. So, yeah, we got back here a little bit late. Where's Dave? I guess some people haven't. Is the stream not showing up for some people? Oh, I hope we're not going through this again. I really don't. Yeah, I do need a bigger hanger. I do. I would like to have all these guys hung up. I'd like to have everything hung up, either on the wall or hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, I thought so. I thought it was just a joke. No, I didn't fly the Stinger yet, you guys. I don't know what it was this morning. I woke up and I had the worst headache, and I think I was just dehydrated or something. And I laid back down for a little while. I was really glad that I didn't have really anything to do today. Yeah, man, that put me on my ass. What's up, Roy? Wreckham Roy's, guys. Wreckham Roy RC in the house. Yeah, so Jeff, I swear to God, man, that thing gave me the biggest headache. I mean, just trying to find a video. And then I finally found a video. I'll grab my phone here in a minute, and I'll tell you guys what video it was that I watched to program that ESC in case you guys ever have to program yours. Man. But this thing's really pushing out some serious thrust, you guys. I mean, it's not like any of my other planes, like not even close. Not even the Avani or the L39, not even close. Yeah, it sounds great, dude. This thing sounds absolutely amazing. I was going to take the wings off today, and I noticed that the wing half, she has settled. There's no reason for me to take it apart. The wings are sitting on there nicely. The EDF is in there nice and straight. It's right up against the wall to the back thrust angle or thrust tube area. There was just no reason at all for me to take the wings off and carve anything. It doesn't need to be done. That lip is actually just kind of settled into the foam on its own. Yeah, the Iron Man fan is the Iron Man fan. That's I mean, I honestly believe that. I honestly believe it's going to be too much. Honestly, I mean, there's just no reason to go that fast. We're gonna find out, guys. We're gonna find out. Me and Kyle are going tomorrow morning. I wanted to go today, guys, but I was just so under the weather. I still don't feel good. I'm still kind of like hunched over and kind of like not myself right now. But we're definitely going on. We're doing the show. We're not gonna skip a show because of that. I just want to have a clear head, and I don't want to be bothered by some ailment when I'm out flying this for the first time. It's already going to be a bit nerve-wracking as it is, but we should be all right. This thing does have a bit more weight in it because of that, because of the JP fan and the 8S battery, that the two 4S batteries that go in there. which are right there. Yeah, I'm gonna fire it up here for you guys in a minute. That's why it's on the table. But it's just really a nice plane. I'll show you a couple other things that I did. So when you buy the plane on this side, on the left side of the plane here, they actually run a carbon fiber tube down inside here. It's like in the wall. It's actually, I'll show you guys here in a minute. But yeah, hold on. So they put a carbon fiber tube right here, and it runs all the way down to here. But they didn't put anything on this side. So I actually put my own piece of carbon fiber. I put my own piece of carbon fiber right there. You can see it right here. And that runs, you know, sorry, the camera's shaking, you guys, my bad. And then I have that running all the way back into the plane as well. So, yeah, man, she's gonna boogie, that's for sure, man. This thing is rated for speed. That's all it is. It's just a speed demon. Every time I go to the hobby store or the hobby center down there, I get on the simulator that they have there, and I've been practicing knife edges on it. They're actually not that hard to do. Not on the simulator anyway. On the simulator, I can do them frontwards and backwards. It's a different story when you got your own plane in the air, though, and there's a risk of catastrophe. So, excuse me, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the batteries that I'm using in there right now, you guys, it's two 5,000 milliamp Admiral Pro batteries, 50C or 60C. Are they 60C? I can't remember. They're either 50 or 60C. I have them Velcroed together. So they're actually Velcroed together. They're stuck together. And then I have a Y harness that I bought from RC Jetworks, and it makes the batteries run in series so that I'm getting 8 S's instead of just 4 S's with 10,000 milliamps. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, this thing, it's ready to go now. That's all I got to say. It's good. It's good to go. It's go time. I have some, where you guys put rates in and stuff. I don't use rates like you guys use rates. It's not the way I learned how to fly. I learned on a radio. It's called a Tactic 404. So it's basically you're just 4-channel radio, just a 4-channel radio. You couldn't put Expo in. You could adjust your trims, but you couldn't put Expo in. So when you're flying that thing, it already has some like preset Expo in it, and it's not a lot, and the plane can really, it's really jerky, very non-linear movements it's giving you, very sharp responses. So you have to learn with that thing to make very small and subtle movements in order to get the plane to act right. And also if you add a little bit of down trim so that when you're running in on your approaches to do flybys, you just let the stick go and she will go down for you in a very slow manner. And then you just kind of ease back on the stick to level out and go through your pass. That's how I learned how to fly these things, you guys. So when I finally got to get my hands on some Expo, that's all I needed. I don't need rates. I don't run dual rates. I run full rates right out the wazoo, and I just add as much Expo as I need until it feels comfortable. That's it. That's what I do. Never done dual rates ever. Actually, I take that back. I have dual rates on my just on my elevator, on my big A10 Warthog. That's it. That's the only one I have dual rates on. So basically, I run full rates all the time, and Expo does it for me. All I need is Expo. I don't need anything else. If it's too touchy, I add more Expo. If it's still too touchy, I add a little bit more Expo, and I get it into the point where it's, yeah, I bet the Stinger is twitchy on high rates. So is the Avani. A lot of these sports planes are really twitchy on high rates. You put enough Expo in, and it kind of just softens the blow a little bit. One of these days I was thinking about, I feel like, yeah, that's about 30%. Is that what you have it? Because I put 60% on my ailerons and 50 on my elevator. I was going to start there and see how that felt, because that's what I put the Vampire on, and that felt really good on the Vampire. And that was the last plane that I flew. I think I had the Avani set to about 70 on the wings and 30 on the elevator, and that thing rock and roll. So that's it. That thing's awesome. That's awesome. And then on the L39, I have 30 all the way around. So that one was a little different. The wings aren't so touchy on the L39. They're not really. It's kind of got a slow kind of moving aileron anyways, like I don't know. I don't know. It must be the design of the plane, the short rods. I don't know. Or where the holes might be, where I have those placed. But the ailerons from the factory, they're nice and smooth. Yeah, Ethan, that could definitely work, man. I mean, like I said, everybody's got their preference. Everybody has their preference on what they like to do. Like I said, I've messed around with dual rates before. I actually needed them for the elevator on the big A10 Warthog, because if I didn't use the dual rates on the A10 Warthog on the elevator, when you come in for those low passes, she can get really touchy, real quick. So I have a dual rate set so that it only goes to about 50%, or 75%, with like 40% Expo is what that one's set at. And that really smoothed out the elevator a lot. I remember that thing being so touchy, even with Expo, and it just wasn't enough. It was so touchy. But that's the only one that I really needed to do it with. Yeah, we're gonna take this out tomorrow morning. We're gonna see what she can do. She is a bit heavy for a foam plane, I believe. I haven't really weighed her yet. I'll probably jump on the scale with it later just to see how much it weighs. But she's pretty heavy. But that actually might help out the flight characteristic of this plane to have a little bit more weight in it. I'm not sure. I just don't want to see the wings flexing. That's all. That scares me when I see wing flex. I mean, they are kind of intended to flex. I mean, wings are not supposed to stay stiff like that. They're meant to flex a bit. I don't want to rip it. I don't want to be coming in out of a dive or something and rip it, or come around a corner too tightly and rip it. Wing goes flying off of it. I think she'll be all right though. There's a lot of carbon fiber in the wings of this thing. I mean, it's built nice. It is built nice. Like I said, I had to add my own carbon fiber down the side here. I don't understand why they did that really. They put carbon fiber down this side, but they didn't put it here. I didn't really understand why they didn't put the carbon fiber in. It just so happened that I had a couple of flat pieces. I broke it in half, and I was able to run it like clear back to it where the canopy attaches back here. So it's actually got a good distance into the intake area, where it's a little bit more solid and a little bit more rigid. They used kind of a tube variant, but I just stacked two flat pieces together and kind of made a box, put them in there sideways. I put them in there so that they're going this way and not this way. They're going in like this, so the flex is here and not here. So it's harder to bend it on its edge like that if it's a flat piece. So I stacked them in there like that. And then I epoxied them in there real good with some JB epoxy. like I said, the only thing that concerns me, guys, is she's heavy. It's heavy. It's not light. But this thing has so much power. The weight's not going to matter. I just don't want her flexing and breaking. That's all. That's that's a lot of speed. There's going to be a lot of speed going over the airframe of this thing. If she has any weak points, boy, you're going to find out real quick. Roy, no, not the P. It's not PTSD today. You got it today. It's just a really, really bad headache. I think I was just dehydrated, like I said. I drank some water and took a nap, and then I felt better. Not PTSD. That was a few nights ago. The PTSD thing. That little bitch will sneak up on you like nothing. It's gonna be funny. It's gonna be fun. I was just noticing that this Stinger 90 has slightly anhedral tail. It's slightly going downwards. It looks like. No, maybe it's just me. No, is that Andy? I don't know. It looks like it's going down from here, but when you look on it straight away, it looks like it's straight. I think it's slightly anhedral. Everything about this plane is sexy, you guys. It's like the perfect hot rod. It really almost reminds me of a big Avani. That's all. A slightly bigger Avani, slightly fatter Avani. But to be honest with you, this Stinger 90 could be an 80 mil all day. The 80 mil fan would push this thing around all day, no problems on 6S. The JP fan was supposed to go in that Raptor behind me, you guys. And it just didn't make any sense taking that putting the JP fan in it because it's already got a 1390 kV motor in it, in runner, and the JP fan is a 1400 kV outrunner. So there was just really no point in me doing that. That end runner in that thing was put in there for a reason, because end runners conserve power a little better, more efficient. That thing behind me is already efficient enough. Putting a JP fan in there would take away from the efficiency of the plane, and it was designed that way for a reason. Alpha takes it. They take their time with these things. They build these power systems for these planes. They test them, vigorously. They're testing these things and testing them over and over again, and they have the right, they had the right formula for that F-22, and it wasn't a JP fan. I honestly believe that this Stinger 90 was meant for the JP fan. That JP fan was meant to go in this Stinger. Just the color of it, and then this plane being the color it is, and just it's a sport jet. It's a sporty fan. I honestly believe that fan was meant for this plane. We're gonna find out. Ryan has an FMS fan in his F-22. He says it's better. Is it an outrunner or an in runner, Ryan? Yeah, I'm hoping everything goes well, guys. I'm honestly, I'm not on the level of being. It's an outrunner, just like okay. You got the 6S version, Ryan? Is yours a 6S version? Yeah, see that thing flies good enough on 6S. I mean, 8S just might be a ridiculous thing for that plane. I'm not sure. I know a lot of people get the 8S versions because they're speed freaks and stuff. I got it as a testimony to I just wanted to try something different. I honestly do believe that 6S systems are more efficient, anyways, regardless. They're less weight. It's less weight that you have to put in the plane. So I'm a firm believer in the 6S system. I believe that the 6S system is really it's really the only where you need to be. You don't need to be any higher than that. Anything higher than that, it gets out of the realm of being of a novice pilot. And that's what I am. I'm a novice pilot, you guys. I'm not a really good pilot. I'm an okay pilot. I do okay. I can get the plane up and I can get it back down on the ground. It may not be the prettiest, but that's I can fly the plane. I have my own little way of flying. It's worked for me for as long as I've been flying. I taught myself how to fly, you guys. I learned on jets. I never flew a prop plane until like a year after. It was like a year after I started flying jets. I finally flew my first prop plane, and it was the Dynam Tempest. And yeah, I smashed the shit out of that thing. I crashed the shit right out of it because I hit the throttle real fast and it rolled over to me. It rolled over like real violently and wham! I was like, shit, that's different. Okay, redo. So I went home and fixed that son of a bitch and took her back out the next day, and I was a little bit easier on the throttle and not gunning it, because on a jet you can just smash it and you're not going to get any type of roll out of the plane at all. It's not going to do that. It's just going to speed up. So yeah, it was kind of interesting flying the. I actually hand tossed the Tempest for the first time because I didn't know how to take off on front wheels. It was pretty nerve wracking, I have to say. But at the same time, I started thinking, I was like, maybe I should have started with this, you know. I honestly believe flying a prop plane is more difficult than flying a jet. That's my opinion. The prop planes are they're tricky. You know, you don't have to hold any right rudder when you're taking off with a jet. You know, there's flying a prop plane is a lot different. Ethan, good night, man. Thanks for stopping by the stream, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, so yeah, the first jet I ever flew was a Banana Hobby Raptor. The original one is toast now, but I still do have the little one. He's sitting up there on my shelf right there. A little 50 millimeter Raptor, man. First plane I ever flew. And that's before I started the YouTube channel. And yeah, we did one barrel roll and went straight into the ground because I thought the plane was right side up. It was upside down. So I pulled back on the stick and she was about 10 feet off the ground and she wham. That was the end of her. So that flight took about 5-6 seconds to just be the end of it. I didn't understand the concept of bank and yank. I didn't realize. I thought you turned the plane by hitting the right stick or the right aileron. I thought that's how you would turn the plane. And that's not the way it works. You have to use the elevator at the same time in conjunction with the aileron for that to work correctly. And I didn't know that. I didn't understand that. Never flew a simulator, never flew a plane ever. But finally I started getting it. We ended up getting a Sky Angel MiG, a little 50 millimeter Sky Angel MiG. And we beat the shit out of that thing. But I tell you what, that's a good, you want a good beginner jet, in my opinion, the Sky Angel MiG, because it's cheap. You can change out the parts real cheap. The foam is it's so resilient. There's just so much beefy foam up in the nose of that Sky Angel MiG. It can hit and then you just stretch it back out, put some carbon fiber in it. Pretty soon we had that whole thing carbon fibered. There was holes in the wings that we had filled in with tape. We crashed that thing probably 30 plus times, maybe 40 times before me and Tyler finally got it, before we finally got it down. So basically I figured it out pretty quickly. Tyler didn't have to work so hard because I was right by his side explaining to him how to move the sticks. Not to mention, he knows concept of flight. He plays War Thunder with me all the time. He knows how to fly a plane. He knows up is up and down is down. I introduced him to Expo, and he was actually quite excited that he was able to move the plane so nicely after I put Expo into his F-16. He definitely prefers flying with the Expo rather than no Expo. That's for sure. He's very adamant about that now. But yeah, guys, so probably 30 crashes on that MiG, and then I ended up buying the Motion RC 64 millimeter jets. I bought 3 of them. I got the Panther, the MiG, and the Sabre. And I flew the dog piss out of those for many months. And then just like within the last year and a half, 2 years, I've really been building my collection. I kind of bought things in the wrong order. Like I should have started with that Intruder back there, probably as like a first jet. I bought that FMS P-47 way too early. I should have learned how to fly prop planes a little bit better before I messed with that one. She's pretty beat up, you guys. She's got some dings and some But I tell you what, man, she still flies. She's never been really broke. The tail broke off of it one time actually because it went under a gate, a guardrail, and the tail bounced up and it hit the top of the guardrail and it broke it off. But it went back on there seamlessly. The plane flies great with a 5,000 in it. It flies even better with a 4,500, I think, because it's a little bit lighter, moves around a little bit better. And you really, really need flaps to land that thing. That is not a plane that you want to land without flaps. She really, really demands flaps when you land her. You can't just come in with no flaps with that thing. She'll just keep on going. See you later. She'll float for days. She really needs the flaps to slow her down on approach. But yeah, I just started purchasing things, guys, and then I bought the Big Saber. I bought the F-14. The F-14 was like one of the first planes that I bought besides the Dynam 262. So I bought the Dynam 262, and then I bought that F-14. I should have never bought that F-14 when I did. It was way too advanced for me. I still find that plane to be a bit too advanced for me, but I can fly it. I have flown it. That one's a little nerve-wracking because it's just so expensive. That, the A-10 Warthog, this F-22, the F-15, those are really expensive planes. Those are ones that you definitely don't want to be crashing. Not to mention when you crash something, you risk messing up your batteries and your electronics that are in the plane as well. So, I mean, it's no good. It's no good, you guys. But I had fun doing that, you guys. I had fun learning how to fly. I'm glad that I found the hobby. I really am really happy that I found the hobby because it keeps my mind occupied. It's fun. It's absolutely fun. There's nothing better than getting out there and throwing one of these things through the air. It's just it's an adrenaline rush, man. It really is. It's a lot of fun too, especially when you figure things out like Expo. Then it gets funner. It gets more fun. I should say. Yeah, she's a pretty jet. I can't wait to fly her tomorrow. And then I guess, guys, after I fly this one, I'm probably gonna start getting some of these other new ones out. I would really like to fly that intruder back there. I bought batteries specifically for that intruder. They're sitting in the box down there. They're brand new. I haven't even used them yet. They're next are Nanotechs or something like that. I got them from Hobby King. I got a really good deal on them. They were on sale. And I ended up grabbing like 4 or 5 batteries for it. I got a 3300 for the Sky Sword over there. What else? A couple of more 4500s, and then I got a big 5200 milliamp. It's a brick. The thing's huge, man. It's a big battery. I bought that 5200 for the Avani. I honestly think that Avani is going to fly better with a heavier battery in it. It's gonna have a little bit more weight to it, and I think that plane deserves a little bit more weight. So I think it's just gonna fly better on a big battery. I put the 5,000 in it, and it's really light on its feet with the 5,000 in it. That 5200 will just. I'm really using the 5200 for the weight. It actually does have more power too, but I honestly just want it for the weight. Delaware. Your truck is actually over at my mother-in-law's house. My father-in-law's house. I haven't gone over and got it yet, but it is over there. I'll probably do a live stream, probably I don't know, Monday or Tuesday. And then I'm probably going to end up sending that. I'm not going to lie to you, Delaware. I'm probably going to end up sending that out on the 1st or closer to the middle of the month sometime. Probably at the same time when I send out the 262 to Love RC and the ESCs to Paul and BLX Matt. And then once all that's sent out, you guys, then I can start doing these T-shirts, getting the T-shirts sent out to you guys. Eric, you've got not Eric, but Ryan, he's got one coming to him. Red Wolf RC, I have to give 2 out to him. I can't remember the other ones. You Artsy, his buddy was the 400th subscriber, so I have a special 400th subscriber T-shirt for him that we ordered through uberprints.com. That's where I get all my shirts from, guys. All my shirts that I have, I get them through Uber Prints. They're really expensive, but they're really good quality shirts. Eric has one. Roy's got one. Roy can't wear his though. I sent him. I don't know why I sent him the one that I did. It was a complete mistake. Roy, I sent you the shirt that was supposed to go to Captain Bloss, or our pilot Robert. I still have Captain Bloss shirt here, and I accidentally sent you Pilot Robert. So I actually have to reorder those Big Mama Jammas, a couple of shirts to send out to them over there in Slovenia. I talk to Robert on Facebook from time to time, and he definitely said that he would wear Dave's RC T-shirts on the channel if I sent them to him. So that was exciting. So that's another reason I want to start getting to the T-shirts. So the next giveaway that we're going to do is going to be on the 1st, you guys. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. It's going to be on the 1st. I'm not going to be doing any more giveaways this month. It's going to be the 1st because so my wife went to go pay my truck payment. And for whatever reason, I don't know why it did this. My truck payment's not cheap. And for some reason, it charged her a double payment. They're not reimbursing the money. Whatever. That's one less payment I got to make. But it also kicked my fucking ass for the month. So, yeah. Double truck payment, you guys. Over $1,000. Gone. See you later. Bye-bye. That was the giveaways for the month. And they just shot out the door with that truck payment. But the good thing is the truck payment's paid, and that's always a good thing. Paid bills are good bills. Mary Boozer in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, so yeah, we're not doing another giveaway until the 1st, you guys. And then it might only be one for next month too, because I have to register my truck, and registration on my truck's like brand new almost, so it's only a couple of years old. So that's going to cost well over $500 to register that thing. So, yeah. Yep. But it'll start getting better during the summer. Month after that, it should be looking pretty damn good, man. We'll be doing some giveaways. I have a couple of special things in store. I'm going to be showing up to Jet Jams. I will be at Jet Jams this year. It's the one trip that I'm going to make this year. It's going to be to Jet Jams. Hopefully all you guys can be there. I mean, a few of you guys anyways, that would be cool if some of you guys could show up. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. I think it's Jet Jams. Is that what it is? Is that the one that's put on by Motion RC and it's right there in like Indiana, Muncie, Indiana, or something like that? I can't remember. That's the one. It's the one in Indiana. I don't know if Ryan's still in here, but Breaking Silence. It's about the flying for you. Yeah, well, we're going to be doing some flying tomorrow, Breaking Silence. Your package went out today, by the way. So look for that in the next 7 days. Barry G, if you're still in here, yours was a 7-day mail as well. So those went out a couple of days ago. What was I going to say? Shit, where's he at? Jeff's Custom. Yours went 3-day mail because it was actually cheaper for me to send it 3-day mail. It was pretty much going to be the same damn price to send it regular. So did you get your package, bro? Did it get there? Not yet. Okay, so tomorrow's Saturday. You should have it by tomorrow, Jeff. Yours should be there by tomorrow. It should be. Yeah, it has to be. So I sent that 3-day mail. It's already been 2 days. Tomorrow's the 3rd day, so probably tomorrow. I'd look for it tomorrow. If it's not there tomorrow, it's definitely going to be there Monday. And Barry G stuff, he's got about another 4 or 5 days to wait. So he'll get his towards the middle of the week next week. Um, yeah, man, I've just felt like complete bleh. I'm gonna go grab a water real quick, you guys. So sit tight. I'll be right back. Oh, I have a couple of things I need to show you guys too. Um, the fuel tank that I have for my P40 or my P51. I'm changing out the fuel tank in that P51 to something a lot better. I got it right here. I'm going to show you what it is. Oh, all right. um, oh my goodness. Oh, sugar. All right, so yeah, I'll show you this Valley View tank here that I got for the P51. Um, all right, it's actually a really nice tank, you guys. It's called a Valley View tank. You can see the name on the top here. Yeah, right there. Valley View RC. The Clunk line is actually a built-in filter, so you don't have to add any additional filters. Um, it should work good. And that should button up my fuel system to the point where I don't have any air leaks anymore. That's what's going on with that thing. That P51. That's all that's wrong with it. It's got an air leak somewhere. I took the carburetor clean apart. I took it apart, and I put it all back together, and still nothing. So she's got a leak somewhere in the airline. That's what Bert thinks, anyways, at the hobby store. He thinks that I have an air leak somewhere. It's not getting the suction that it needs. I'm also probably going to take the L39 out with me tomorrow, guys. Either that one or the Avani. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. What one do you guys want to see? You guys want to see the L39 again, or you guys want to see the Avani? I'll leave it up to you guys. The Avani needs to be flown too. I got that new battery for it. I'd like to try it out. Eric G L39. Yeah, and then my L39 with the custom paint, Reckham Roy's DF22. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. That F22 kind of scares me a bit. The F22 it's scary to me. Yeah, so here's the deal with the F14. Yeah, I guess I could. Oh, you guys, I could take out the Corsair, huh? I haven't even put haven't even put a receiver in that thing yet. I just put it together. It's just sitting back there. I should fly the Corsair. I should take the Corsair. Then I'm not going to be able to fit the Stinger in there. That thing's going to take up the entire back of my truck. I'd have to take the wings off of it, put it together at the field. I should fly the Corsair. I should. That's a good one, Jeff. Do it. Do it. Yeah, man. Yeah, I was gonna go fly that Corsair, man. I had a receiver ready for it and everything. I was getting ready to put it all together, and it was the night that I watched Ryan's video where he flipped that bitch over and crashed it. And then I never touched the Corsair again since then. It's just been sitting in that same spot. I've been leaning up against the 262. Like, I haven't touched it since, man. I was like, oh shit, that's what it looks like when it crashes, I guess. So, wow, I don't want to do that. Oh man. Oh shit, man. That was hellish, man. That was a hellish crash. No, I haven't flown the FlexJet yet because I have a freaking goddamn Tactic radio, and there's no bind page for a Tactic. I'm probably gonna have to fly that on my Tyrannus, and I have to do a battery mod to my Tyrannus before I can fly it. I have to do the battery mod. The battery's literally only lasting me about 30 minutes, and it's dead. That's crazy. That's a brand new battery in that thing. It came with that radio. I've only flown with that radio a handful of times because I can only do like one flight and then the battery's dead. It's crazy. So there's a battery mod that you can do to it, so you never have to worry about that again. And then you have to adjust your alarms in it for your voltage. Holy shit. If you don't get your voltage adjusted in that radio, it will just be a nightmare for you. Yeah, I know, Mary Boozer. Next month I'm getting a DX8 or a DX9. I haven't really made up my mind yet. Probably a DX8. They're a little cheaper. But I love my Tactic radio, man. Eric Rogers, you have a QX7 Tyrannus? Yeah, I've got the 9D Plus, man, and it is an awesome radio. But that battery just going dead like that is unacceptable. So I watched a kid online. He's got a battery mod out for it, and the thing runs absolutely amazing. He can go all day. He can go like 2 or 3 times to the field without even having to charge it. He put a lithium, a LiPo battery. He put a LiPo battery in it, 2S LiPo, and that's what I'm going to put in it, a 2S LiPo. I wish he'd gotten the 9. Well, why? Which one do you have, Jeff? You got the DX12 or DX8? Yeah, you got the DX8. So is the census is that don't waste your time with the DX8. You might as well just get the DX9 if you're gonna spend the $250 on a DX8 or $225 or $220 on a DX8. You should just spend the extra $180 and get the DX9. And how much are how much are DX9 receivers? Like how much is a 9-channel receiver? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Victor just made a good comment. So I don't know if you guys have seen the Generation 2 DX8s, but they actually pretty much a DX9 with only 8 channels. It's pretty much a DX. It's pretty much a DX9. It's got the face on it where you can read all your stuff out. You know, it's not like a, you know, it's kind of it's a little different. It's got different programming in it. It's pretty much you can do the same thing the Gen 2s can do what the DX9s can do. It's just got one less receiver port. Dennis Farley, I fly with a Tactic 660 as well, or 650 as well, bro. And I love it. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. I love that radio. Love it. Absolutely love it. It fits in my hands better than any other radio I've used. I have the I have the Tactic 850 too. I have the Tactic 850 too. This is the 8-channel Tactic. These are obsolete. You can't buy these anymore, guy. I literally bought the last one that was on eBay, and I haven't seen one show up since. It's a you're not getting it. You're just not getting it. However, this one doesn't feel right. It's too long. I love it because it's got the gimbals on. It's got the gimbals inside. I use these for flaps. They're so sick. But it just didn't sit in my hand right. I'm a pincher. I pinch. It's the left one that doesn't feel right. It's the left one. The left, yeah. I can put my fingers in. My fingers feel better with the 650. The 650, it fits my hands better. This thing's kind of big. It's almost like the DX. It's almost like the XD9 Tyrannus. It's big. It almost kind of feels like the Tyrannus in your hands. But I could just get my fingers on the gimbals really, really easily on a 650. However, I've never tried a DX9 or a DX8. So, I mean, one of those might feel good in my hands. Maybe the DX6 would probably be better for me. I don't know. I like a smaller radio. I don't know why. I think it's because I pinch. It's because I pinch. And because I pinch the sticks, I obviously want to have something smaller so I can pinch the sticks and be able to put those sticks anywhere in their radius, you know, in that circumference there. So I can move the stick wherever I want. And there's no spots where I can't get to, you know. I don't know. I can do that with the 650. The 650, there's nothing there that prohibits me getting to the corners, getting to the edges. That thing being comfortable in my hand was one of the biggest issues that I ever had with flying RC planes. Because if that controller did not feel good in my hands, things were not going to go well. And then I got that 650, and it was like, damn, this thing feels so comfortable. I love it, and it was I could do more with it. I could put Expo in. I could do all these crazy things. I could put, you know, I could do flaps. You know, that was crazy. Retractable landing gear. Yeah, it was that was my first like radio that I actually felt comfortable flying with, where I didn't have to worry about the radio anymore as much as it was just worrying about what the plane was doing now. Before, I was worrying about what the plane was doing and the radio being uncomfortable or not feeling right. Now it's just about controlling the plane. Wreckham Roy, what'd you say? He's going to go take a toke? Hey, to each his own, man. You guys smoke the dubs. I don't care. I don't judge people, dude. Shit, I smoked reefer for years. Not too much anymore. That stuff makes me paranoid. It does. It makes me very paranoid. It's weird. It's not like it was when I was a kid, where you sit there and giggle and then eat and then go sleep. I get paranoid. I think it doesn't react to each his own. Right. Yeah, I don't think it reacts right with the post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't think that is not a good remedy for post-traumatic stress disorder, because if you have post-traumatic stress disorder and you smoke weed, if you smoke cannabis, it should make you you should have anxiety out the ass, is what I'm saying. Your anxiety level should be through the roof. And that's what it does to me now. It just gets me hyper, freaking out. Just like, no, yeah, my anxiety. It's just like, wow, what the hell, man? It's instant anxiety. It's like nothing, you know, man. I'm not doing that ever again. Yeah, no. I hate anxiety. I hate that feeling. Worrying about shit. I don't like worrying about nothing. No, it doesn't. No, man. No, man. It's weird. It's a really weird feeling. Like I said, when I was a kid, before I went in the military, when I was a kid, I used to smoke. It was a much different feeling then. It was a happy feeling. It was I don't know. Maybe the weeds changed these days. I don't know, but it's not the same feeling now as an adult. Uh, yeah. So I don't do it too often. That's let's just say it's been a couple of years anyway since I've even looked at it. Um, Now my little brother, man, he can't go without it. That little pothead motherfucker, he can't go without it. He has to wake up and get stoned. He has to. He can't eat until he gets stoned. Um, he can't get up out of bed until he gets stoned. Um, and then he plays video games all day, stoned, eating Cheetos, naked in a chair, naked in a big bag chair, eating eating Cheetos. Oh shit! Ron White, ladies and gentlemen, Ron White. So I was sitting there naked in a beanbag chair eating Cheetos. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh god. That was funny shit, man. I lost my shit the first time I heard Ron White. That guy's funny as hell, man. Funny as hell. Uh let's get back to some RC shit, guys. The radio, man. The radio. Yeah, guys, no kidding, man. It was something that I had. It had to be comfortable in my hands for me to for it to all work out for me. That controller had to be comfortable in my hand. And sadly, I picked up Tactic before I picked up Spectrum, and the DX9 probably is just as good as the. I bet I held the DX9 in my hand before. Um, Really doesn't feel too much different than my Tactic. Um, I need a bigger hanger, guys. I would actually like to rent like a little store, like a warehouse space, kind of like a not really like a storage place. It needs to be something that I can go in and use. But I would like to like have a little studio for this. The 850, Dennis. What are you talking about? 850. 850. Oh, the Tactic 850. Oh God, no, no. Sorry, Dennis. No. My bad. I was thinking, like, wait a minute, does he see one of my guns back here or something? Wait, I don't. What's an 850? There's no gun in. There's no 850 gun in. Oh, the Tactic 850. Oh, duh. Oh yeah. If I do decide to sell it, like, just to have that radio, I mean, that thing's a dinosaur. It's not really a dinosaur either. It's actually better than the 650. There's way more you can do with it. Um, it's kind of bulky though. It's kind of bulky. But the thing is you can't find that radio anymore, dude. That is a god among radios, just because of its rarity. I honestly thought that they would make like an 860 or something like that to copy like the 660 that they just made. Tactic just recently came out with a 660. It's a new version of the 650. It's better. It holds more models. It's got a different light up function for the screen, or it's got a light up function for the screen, which the 650 doesn't. Um, they just made it a lot better. They took the 650 and just did all the little things that they had to do to it to make it stand out among its peers, and they did a good job of that. It's actually it's actually a pretty decent looking radio. Um, any radio really that doesn't fail while my plane's flying through the sky, and I'm okay. I'm good with that. That's a good radio. I can pretty much use any radio, whether it feels comfortable in my hand or not. Um, the radio is not going to ever perturbed me from being able to fly a plane and landing it on the ground. The fact of it being comfortable, that's just adds to your comfortability level, which then you only have to worry about the plane, and then it's a ton easier when you don't have to feel uncomfortable flying the plane. Or if it's cold outside and your freaking fingers are cold, that is the worst feeling. You're flying a plane and your fingers are starting to freeze up, and when your fingers start to get frozen, they start to slow down. Your reaction time with your fingers is not as good when they're cold. Um, that's yeah. So being comfortable flying, you have to have. I mean, you have to be comfortable. Hands have to be nice and warm and free flowing. And oh man, if I do sell that 850, you will be the first person I contact. I promise you. I don't foresee myself selling it. I do. I do love the radio. It does run a couple of my planes. Um, it actually runs my F-15, my F-14. What else do I have hooked up to that? Um, the big Raptor behind me, I have hooked up to my 850. So I do use the radio, um, but only when I need the extra two channels or something. I don't have the AVO C130, but everyone that I've seen fly it likes it. They love it. The DX10T is Mary Boozer's dream radio. I'm going to look up that DX10T after the stream here and check it out. My problem is I probably have 30 plus planes, okay? Out of those 30 plus planes, every one of them that has a receiver in it is a tactic receiver, except for this beast that's sitting to my right over here. That has Spectrum gear in it. That's why I'm buying a Spectrum radio, to be honest with you guys, is because I don't want to change out what this guy has in this plane already uh, in order to fly. I want to be able to buy a Spectrum radio, hook it up to this plane. It only has to be a 6-channel. To be honest with you, I could get a tactic or a Spectrum DX6, and that's pretty much all I would need for this plane for right now. But if I'm going to buy a Spectrum radio, I really would like to buy the one that I'm going to have in my hands for the rest of my days. The DX12, that was a really, really nice radio. I held that one in my hands for a little while the other day. It's really nice. It's really pretty. Lots of chrome, little piece, like shiny pieces. I mean, it's just really pretty. Yeah, honestly, I do believe, Jeff, you're right. Um, I honestly do believe that I will have a turbine jet one of these days, um, even if it's just one. Um, I definitely feel as though I will have a turbine jet one of these days. Yeah, megabucks DX12. Okay, so let me tell you something about the DX12. That thing is like fully adjustable, fully adjustable. Like you go inside the radio. I mean, that thing, you can get those gimbals, like they're ball bearing gimbals. I mean, just there's everything about that thing is ridiculous. It's over the top. Um, the customizable settings, customizable stuff you can do in the radio. Um, like you can only do a certain amount of mixing in a tactic. You know, I think you have six. I think it's either 4 or 6, either a 6. I think it's 6 mixes that you can do. But that thing, that you can do just about everything with that thing. I mean, you can pretty much do all that with the 9DX too, you guys. That Taranis has a wide open scale of something. Like that thing is the like perfect radio where you can actually go into the OpenTX. You just put your card in. You tell every servo what you want it to do and what you want it to have for a rate. You put it back in the radio. The radio registers all that, and then you're good to go. That it is so simple to use that 9DX. And I think that's the Tyrannus Plus that I have. The Tyrannus 9D Plus. Uh, and then for $100, you can fly Spectrum with a FreeSky. Is that the module you're talking about? I looked at the module. Is it hard? Is it hard to set up? That's what I want to know, because I will switch right over to my 9DX right now. I will do that mod on it immediately, and I will start buying FreeSky stuff. Roy says stop offering him pot, Eric Rogers. He says he's got a piss test coming up soon. Or Quinn, or is it Eric Quinn that offered? I don't know. He said he's going to pass. Yes, the P-51 gasser. It's sitting to my right. I got the fuel tank for it right here. We got to change out the fuel tank in that thing before I can do anything with it. System analysis scheduled. Yeah, go. Yeah, we'll go. No, we're not running that right now. You go screw yourself. Eric, can I run a system analysis while I'm streaming? Oh, you want me to fly the P-51? Yeah, okay. I'll probably end up selling that thing before I fly it. I'll probably fly it one time, get it down in one piece, and be so fucking terrified that I'll never want to fly it again. I'll just sell it. I wonder what I could get for it. That's what I would like to know. What could I get for a fully built Hangar 9 P-51? What could I get for a fully built one? 70cc engine on the front of it. Sale. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't give that thing away too cheap, man. I've got thousands of dollars into that thing. Got 100, Roy. Yeah, nice. $50. $50, you can have the tires that I bought for that thing. You can have my Dave Browns. Next giveaway. Yeah, you're out, Barry. Yeah, you're actually. Yeah, I think the census is that people want you to sit out for about another 5 months after this. Okay, $299. You still haven't even paid for my motor yet on that thing yet with $299. That engine on there was like $700 or something like that. I can't remember now. Maybe it was 500. I can't remember. 350. All right, you pay the shipping. Which will probably be about $300. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, man, that P-51 scares me, man, because the motor that I have on it's too big for the plane. It's actually, well, it's not too much bigger. It's supposed to take a 60C engine, and I got a 70C engine on it. That's not really that much more, but it's going to be faster than the P-50 than the motor that was intended to go on it. It's going to go faster than that one. I've got the electric retracts in that thing and everything. That thing has all of the goodies in it. It's got all the goodies. The servos that I have in that thing were mad cheap, dude, and they work so good. They work so good. Like, why spend all that much on servos, man? I bought these things were $25 a piece. I paid for these servos I put in this thing. And people at the flying field are like, "Oh, you should probably use a more expensive servo." Yeah, well, the thing is that those things haven't skipped a beat since I put them in there. I mean, I haven't flown it yet, but I've had that thing out testing the power systems quite a bit and moving the servos around. They're pretty damn good. They're pretty good. Yeah, I need to either fly it or sell it though. No, I'd probably ask 2,000 for it if I was going to sell it. Maybe 50. I don't know. Probably 2,000. I mean, I mean, the airframe and the airframe and the retracts alone are is about $2,000 in that thing. So yeah, the airframe's $1,000, $850 or something like that, or $950 or something like that. And then the motor that I put on that thing was about 600, 500, $600. And then the time to put it all together, you guys, that's the biggest bitch right there. Mounting that engine on the front, that's the time. It's the time that goes into that thing that you don't get paid back for. That's a ridiculous amount of time I put into that thing. I put a lot of time into that thing. That took me a whole winter to do. 6 months almost, man. I mean, it's a fuel tank away from being able to go out and start. I mean, that's just it, man. It's got Deuce is Wild. What's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we were just talking about this giant scale P51. What I could potentially get for it, what its value is. I tell you what, man, it's been put together right. I took my time with that thing. I put that. Everything is perfect on it. The thrust angle is perfect. The gap between the prop and the face of the plane is like perfect. Like it is perfectly even all the way around. That thing is it's in really good condition too. It's like brand new. It's brand new. Hasn't even been flown yet. Needs to be wiped down though. It's got dust on it. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's getting to be about that time. We're over the hour mark. You know, I don't go longer than an hour, guys. What are we doing here? You guys tricked me. The 64 millimeter F22. I'll probably end up giving that thing away someday. I've had my fun with it. I don't know. Probably. My thing is I don't want to fly 64 millimeter jets anymore. I don't want to fly 64 millimeter jets anymore. I want to fly these big ones. That's it. That's all I want to fly. They fly better too. I think they fly better. Oh yes, guys, everybody. Pilot Ryan would like everyone to know, do not miss the show tomorrow. For those of you guys that are going to watch this on replay later, make sure you guys make it to the Pilot's Lounge tomorrow. Yeah, don't miss it. I try not to miss it. I'm usually out with my wife or something at that time, but I try not to miss it. Even if I'm out, I still grab my phone and jump on. 9 o'clock Eastern time, guys. Be there, be square. Oh no. Yeah, it's time, guys. It's time. Look, I'm out of water. Anyways, guys, yeah. Good show. I'm gonna go out and fly this tomorrow. Whatever. Remember, guys, don't take a picture with your plane until after you have at least maidened it one time. It's such bad luck to take a picture of you with your plane before you maiden it. It is to me anyway. And I believe a lot of people think the same thing. Don't take a picture with your plane unless you've maidened it. Oh yeah, and don't forget to my buddy told me I should say this one, you guys. Don't forget to have your cats and dogs spayed or neutered. Oh man. So there you go. That one's for you, buddy. Make sure to get your cats and dogs spayed and neutered, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, Roy, put down your. Did he say Roy put down? Don't forget that. Ryan says don't forget the wipe and stay off the pipe. Oh shit, Roy, stay off the pipe, buddy. No weed for you. Eric, stop smoking weed, buddy. No, I'm just kidding, guys. Oh man, so episode 6 in the books, guys. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Um, Definitely have a lot of fun doing these with you guys. I look forward to it every week. And then I look forward to going into the no, hey, the poop is picked up, man. The poop is already picked up. There's no poop picking up right now. Yeah, we already took care of that. Um, yeah, I appreciate you guys chilling with me, and then also going over and chilling with Ryan in the Pilots Lounge on Saturday. For all you guys that are leaving donations over at Ryan's, keep up the work, man. I mean, that helps him do what he does. I know how hard it is for me to do this, and I'm doing this on my own dime. He's got a hell of a lot more subscribers and has people to deal with. You know, he needs the support, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and check his Patreon account out as well. I also have a Patreon account as well. I have no patrons yet, though. Um, that's all right, though. I'm not really worried about it at this point. The channel's still pretty young. We still have a ways to go. I'm not. My goal right now is 1,000 subs. That's my goal. We need to get to 1,000 subs so that way I can start live streaming. Mostly it's because I want to start live streaming from my phone again. I can't live stream from my phone right now, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. So getting to 1,000 subs is not about money. It's not about anything to me except for I get to live stream from my phone again. I will still do my live streams in here for Total Line, but there's a lot of live streaming that I like to do, like at the field when I'm flying. I like to live stream some of that. It's real fun to live stream those things and see kind of like a behind the scenes look at what we're doing before we're about ready to fly those things. It's kind of fun, man. It really is. I have live streamed some flights before and a few days before. A lot of fun. But yeah, don't forget the Pilots Lounge tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll see you guys there. I'm Dave. This is Dave's RC. Episode 6, Total Line, guys. I'm out of here. Peace. Once again, I will leave the chat open. You guys can hash it out.